Donnie Houston in this bitch. Shout out to all you niggas that wanna shine. Just know it's gonna cost you in this bitch. For real, it's gonna cost you more than a little bit, it's gonna cost you.
Subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man.
Donnie Houston.
Yeah, man, it's going down this Donnie Houston podcast. I'm Donnie Houston. Check it out, man. We got a special guest today, a legend, man. Swisha House legend, man. Magno, what's going down, man?
Man, chilling, man. Appreciate you having me on, man.
So, how you feeling, man?
So I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? Just staying out the way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff going down in the city. You know, then you got the COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just, staying out the way, man. You know, trying to stay healthy with it.
You getting down with the vaccine, or what? How you getting down with that?
Nah, I can't do it, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? My tinfoil hat won't let me do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm on that Sebi type stuff. I'm gonna go on and black seed oil and elderberry and keep the hands washed, Shoot, if I'm around a lot of people, keep the mask on.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And just
Have you
stay out the
had
way.
it at all? Or you ain't
Never had it.
Okay.
Never had it.
Yeah.
Ain't no wood to just knock on, you know what I'm saying? But hey, yeah, God good, man. You know what I'm saying?
Already. But man, what's been going down, man?
Man, just trying to stay busy, man. You feel me? Last time I dropped me a single, you know what I'm saying? It's called Lit, produced by that boy Big Cuz Beats, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple more singles in the stash, about to go ahead and drop them. I kind of got away from just dropping projects. I used to, just drop projects, 25, 30 songs. Then, the way the game done changed, people got, I guess you could say, short attention span. Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm going to slow it on down, you feel me?
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Well, I guess, man, just tell me, we can just go kind of back to the beginning, man. Like, how early did you even, get into rap? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I kind of was a late bloomer as far as rap go, because, a lot of people be like, man, I've been rapping since I was 8, 7, and all that. Man, I didn't really start rapping till I was, probably 19, bro.
So what was your interest prior to that?
Basketball.
Hooping.
Basketball. I was trying to hit the NBA, man. I was trying to hit that league. You know what I'm saying? I was playing for Nimitz, you know what I'm saying? And I grew up playing in the YMCA, you feel me? Shoot, and that's, that was my thing at first, Then when I seen that wasn't gonna pan out, I always was, good with writing. So, I just picked it up.
When you were going to school, because this is, y'all, that era of the North Side is always kind of interesting of who all was over there. Like, who was going to school at Nimitz? Or was anybody going to school at Nimitz that was they came out to be somebody in a rap band?
Shoot, I know Pony, big homie Pony, he went there. As far as that, Nimitz was mostly like a sports school, man, I know
it for more like basketball and stuff like that.
Yeah, football mostly, because my boy Quentin went there, what his name was, I forgot his last name, but he used to play for the Broncos, though. Quentin Griffin. Yeah, he went there. Dante Hall, he went to Nimitz. So, Nimitz was mostly known for that, but then, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what the sports looking like now, you know what I'm saying, but back in my era in the 90s, boys was, getting scholarships left and right. We had 1 year, about 20 people that got scholarships to D1. Like 9-8, 9-9. Yeah. But, out of North kind of funny as far as how it's zoned out. You know what I'm saying? And on one side of Veteran Memorial, you got people going to Eisenhower. Like all my partners went to Ike. I was supposed to go to Ike, but I was getting in trouble at Shotwell, so T. Jones was like, nah, you ain't going to school with all your partners. You finna, go to school over here. But then all my partners, I had a lot of partners still went to Nimitz. Because on the other side of Veterans, we all going to Nimitz, and then on the other side of the Beltway, because, the Beltway split Greens Point, from, in half, they going to Aldine. Then on the other side of Greens Bayou, just further up, you know what I'm saying? They go on to Westfield, so we just chopped up, kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? But my bad. But yeah, you know, shit.
So what was the turning point when you was like, man, you know what, I'm finna start rapping,
Man, I guess when I didn't play ball the 12th grade year, you know what I'm saying? We had a change in coaches. The coach that was there the previous 3 years, he had went to another school, and we had a new coach. He came from like Smiley or something. So he came and coached us, and when he came, you know what I'm saying, he just switched everything up, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of got disinterested. I was like, man, you know, I ain't tripping. You know, I end up getting co-op, getting out of school early. Like, man, fuck that. Then it seemed like, I don't know, when I started going to North Harris, like, at the time, that's, I guess right now, it's called Lone Star College or whatever, but that was, it was like a little community college right across the street from Nimitz. So when I started going there, you know what I'm saying, I just picked up rapping. I just started really just penning stuff down and, you know, just taking it, you know, seeing what I see if I could do it. Because I always was into music, you feel me? But I never did rap before, you know.
Yeah. So who do you start first building relationships with to kind of start getting into the studio
Well,
and doing freestyles or recording or whatever you was doing?
well, the way I actually got with the Swisha House was, you know, meeting T Farris, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was going to North Harris, I would at the time I had made a demo. I actually came way on this side of town. I actually went to like I did a demo over there for Cullen and Selinsky. It was a studio over there. I don't know who lab that was.
Selinsky, man. Okay.
Yeah, it was like a little strip over there. You know what I'm saying? If you coming down like from 610, it's a little strip on the left. You know what I'm saying? And it was a label that I know Big T was working with at the time, and I seen youngster, they had the big ass piece and chain, the IS or something.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I had went over there and made my demo, and when I made the demo, I just made a bunch of copies of it, and I started passing it around. Like everywhere I go, I would pass this demo
So
around.
you just went straight to making demos?
I went straight to making demos, like, cause I was like, man, before I even did that, I would get on the internet. At the time, they had them message boards, them forums. That was real big then in the late '90s. So what I would do was, they had like a little thing where you can type in your flows. You know, I started doing that. I was doing, I think they call it tech seeing. You know, like not like an MC, but a tech see. So I just
Give
do
it
that
to
shit.
'em.
Yeah, I'm doing that shit just to pass time, really. So, but it would be people on there talking about, hey man, you really got something. You got the metaphors and all that. So they had told me to go ahead and do an audio of it. So then I immediately just started, when you go to like a car show or something, people be having like the little flyers with studios and stuff. So I was looking like, man, I'm gonna find one of these studios to go to, and I think that's how I looked up and found that one, cause I ain't know none on the north that I could go to. So went over there, made my little demo, and then start passing them out. So of course I started passing them out at school, and I would always see this dude with a piece and chain. He had the Swisha House piece and chain. Now back in them days, we didn't know how nobody looked on the cover. They ain't have no cover. It would just be, or they ain't have nobody on the cover. It would be like, just illustrations or whatever on there. So I didn't know how nobody from the Swisha House looked. So for all I knew, it could have been Big Tiger, Big Pig, So I just seen this dude all the time, walking around, he evidently went there, and I would always see him. And I wanted to go take it to him, but on the cool, I was on some dumb shit like, man, I don't want a nigga think I'm on his piece or nothing, you know what I'm saying? I was still young and dumb with that, just tripping like, nah, I ain't finna, he probably think I'm all on his. But so, one week, my car had broke down, so I had to catch a ride to school. and my partner would come scoop me up. My partner Tino, and this one day he came to scoop me up. I seen the dude with the, piece and chain walking through. So I say, man, I've been wanting to get this dude my demo, man, but I just don't know how to approach. I don't know how to come at him. But man, I need to get this dude my demo, man, cause I think I can, at the time you gotta think Swisha House, being from the north, shit, that was like the biggest thing moving to us.
Sure,
you feel me?
Sure.
So my partner, he seen him. He was like, man, that's Trav. You feel me? He's like, man, I know him. He went to U of HD with me. That's my boy. I know him. So I was like, word, shoot, hey, would, you know what I'm saying? Hook, introduce me to him, you know what I'm saying? So I can go ahead and give him this tape. So I'm thinking I'm finna just give him the tape and be like, yeah, check it out, peace, you know what I'm saying? He was like, shoot, let's check it out right now. And I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at it like, hey, I wasn't just confident in it yet. Ain't too many people, heard or gave me feedback on it. My partners was like, hey, it go hard. But I'm thinking that, just my partners, I want some other people to hear it. So he popped it in right there and he checked it out. And he was like, yeah, it's different, you feel me? But he said, but hey, I think I could do something with it. And he was like, I ain't making no promises, you know what I'm saying? I'll let Watts check it out. He said, but I'll also let my boy DJ Bull in Huntsville check it out too. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, but either way, I'm gonna try to help you. And he kept his word, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, bet, appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? So probably maybe the next week, we set up to go to Huntsville. So we go to Huntsville. And, at the time, Bull had the ballroom out there, you know what I'm saying? And in the back of the ballroom, he got the studio. So this is my first time, like, other than doing my demo, this is my first time being in the lab. I'm nervous than a motherfucker, man. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, look, man. So they had, it was me and shouts out to, what's her name, man? Miss Trinity, because she was down there too. You know what I'm saying? And first time getting on the track was what? Her, Charlie Boy. Shouts out to Big Red the Asshole. He was on there. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say Tight and Rhino. They was on there. Maybe Sir Coop. You feel me? Shouts out to Freestyle Kings and DJ Bull. That was like my first real, look in the game.
Sure,
and that was like late 2001. So yeah, I ended up, knocking the verse out.
So you got with Bull in them first before?
That's what a lot of people don't know. I actually was on the Dirty Third project before I was on the Swisha House project.
Oh shit! I always thought it was the other way around. Shout out to Bull too. That's my boy, man.
Yeah. Bull showed big love with that. You know what I'm saying? Really, them dudes is like, I always looked at them like extended family. Like I was associated with them before Swisha House on the cool. But it was through somebody with Swisha House, which is T Farris. Shouts out to him. T Farris discovered me, if you put it like that, on the cool. Yeah. So, yeah, man, jumped on that and shoot, they liked it.
You have been saying Trav this whole time. Travis T Farris.
Travis T Farris.
Okay, I'm catching up.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, my bad. I ain't,
Yeah.
That's what my boy. That's what my boy was calling him.
Yeah, I got you.
And at the time,
even too for the viewers too, because I'm listening and I thought it was T Farris that had linked you up with everybody, but you were saying Trav, and then okay, I got you.
Yeah. So that was a good look, and I don't know, that might have led to Watts. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Watts heard it. He probably was like, shoot, hey, I'm working on the tape. Hey, get him in here. So after that, and that tape there was a Texas Takeover. So you got everybody on there. You got Zero, Slim Thug, J-Dog, Lil Mario, 50-50 Twin, Youngster. You know what I'm saying? Like, that tape there. And then, I gotta show extra love, like, to Bull and them, because they put me on the front cover, not, by name, you know what I'm saying? At the time I was going by Magnificent. So for them to, to put, featuring, and they had all these big names and then put Magnificent, that was real. You know what I'm saying? Like that was real. That was a real good look to put my name with these
Amongst
guys.
everybody, yeah.
And these dudes I was listening to already, and then so that was real. So after that, Watts come out with the final chapter 2K2, and boom, I jump on there. You know what I'm saying? Had like maybe 2 tracks on there. Boom, we doing that, and then maybe the next tape was called Warning, and that's when Mike came. So I was on probably 1 tape before Mike, and then Mike came, and then
But when you came to Swisha House, this was kind of like when they were kind of like transition.
They was in a transition. You had Slim, he was doing his own. He started doing Boss Hog, him and Ray Face now. Lil Yo had his North Star Records. Then you had AD and Big Pig. I think they had Big Ballers, Archie Lee and Big Tyke. I think they had Run Your Mouth. Like everybody was kind of branching out, but it was still, they was still repping or whatever, but they was kind of branching off and doing their thing. Paul and Cam had Color Changing Click, so yeah, it was a good look, man. You know what I'm saying? And
Mike come over there and y'all kind of just had like just chemistry, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and me and Mike knew each other from, Mike had went to Nimitz 9th and 10th grade. So me and Mike knew each other from that, and we used to play for Greens Point YMCA against each other. So me and him already knew each other. Like, so it was crazy because, they was telling me, they say, yeah, man, we got this other kid, you know what I'm saying, named Mike Jones, woo-de-woo. And, that's such a common name. I ain't thinking, Mike Jones from, we went to school together and played basketball. So when he had him come to the lab, I was like, I know this nigga, man, you know what I'm saying? Me and him been knowing each other since we was like 14, you know what I'm saying? But then, fast forward, we doing music together. So that was dope, you know what I'm saying? We already had like a little chemistry. We already knew each other. So it just, transferred to the music, you know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all becoming like the new faces of the
Yeah,
new regime.
And at the time, it was some big shoes to fill because, we going to different places. When they see, that Swisha House logo, they looking for Slim Thug, Lil Mario, Archie Lee, Tiger Pig, they looking for, the usual suspects. You feel me? And then here we come out like, where Slim at? Where Lil Yo at? So it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? But
what were some of the first freestyles that like really stamped y'all in? Where it was like, all right, they accepting us, like we in now. We, it's our time over here now.
I'm gonna tell you when I realized, we was in the dough. When that Before the Capital, that might have been maybe 2 or 3 tapes in after that Warning tape. But the Capital, like I say, that I had got on, and it kind of happened fast because I had got on the tape with Freestyle Kings. That was like maybe like October, November of 01. Then probably like January, that's final chapter 2K2. Then maybe like a couple of months later, we doing the Warning, and then which spring break is when Before the Capital will come out. So by the time spring break hit, you know what I'm saying, we dropped that Before the Capital, and man, like my first flow that I think kind of resonated with people was the Old Boy flow. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that tape there, you know what I'm saying? It was a few more flows on there, but that tape there, after that we started doing shows, paid shows. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta shout out Paul and Cam, like they was the first people to really, if I can remember straight, they were the first people to really get us paid for a show. Like we really was opening up for them, and we had went out to Pensacola, Florida. And at the time,
y'all traveling?
We traveling. Yeah, so it was moving fast. You know what I'm saying? So we go to Pensacola, Florida. At the time, Roy Jones Jr. had that's his hometown. So he had a club out there called Star 69, and Paul and Cam them had a show, and we went out there to open up for him. I want to say it was a few more people came too. I want to say DSR and them was out there too. But yeah, man, them boys broke bread with us, man. I was like, man, really getting paid to do this. Like it's really finna be something. So like after that, it just started picking up, man. Like, and this within 6 months. It's within 6 months. You know, within 6 months, me and Mike getting paid shows.
That's crazy. How far y'all going out?
Well, we went to Florida, so that's like as far east we went. We went up to, I want to say we went to Denver. We went to Cleveland, Ohio. So I guess that's furthest north you can go. You know what I'm saying? The Midwest. And shoot, we weren't doing Cali or nothing like that, but yeah, we doing all over Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas. You feel me? We going to Mississippi. Of course, Florida. You know, Colorado, Ohio. Yeah, we hitting it up. So basically, the whole side, and then the Midwest.
Yeah. So what happened when it came time for like the deals and all that to start coming around?
You know, by the time that happened.
Wait. Before we do that,
Yeah.
we gotta talk about this Dirty 30. I told you, you know what I'm saying? Everything platinum, credit card, chains, and FUBU. You gotta talk about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's one of my favorites, man. That's one of my favorite Magno
man.
verses, dog.
Whenever, hey, you know, like I say, boy looked out for me. So whenever he was dropping the tape, it was like, hey, you know, shoot, let me know. I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all he had to do was make a call, you know.
Yeah,
I'm jumping on it. So
that shit a classic, man.
Man, I appreciate it, man.
That's a favorite. I don't know if people talk to you about that, but that's one of mine, you know what I'm saying? I call Bull and tell him like, hey, bro, hey, Magno really kind of blacked out on y'all shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I appreciate it, man. You know, that's, you know, one thing when I first started rapping, I wanted to come with a different style, you know. Because I always been a fan of the I'ma come down and all that, but, you know, everybody had that already. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to stick out. So I was like, yeah, I got to try to be more clever with it, you know, and try to, you know what I'm saying? So, man, I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying?
Come with the wordplay.
Yeah, I was all about that wordplay. Really, you know, what kind of, you know, made me look at the game like that. I used to listen to a lot of No Limit. Like, a lot of people don't know, my favorite rapper is Master P. People like, you don't even rap like Master P. But nah, I always just felt his music, though. And then my favorite label was No Limit. And one of my favorite artists on there, besides P, of course, was Mac.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, and Mac always, he was a down south dude, but he had an East Coast hip-hop
had them lyrics, man.
flow, you know what I'm saying? And he was the first person that showed me I could do it like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Mac.
Yeah, he just came home, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, big ups.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we were saying with the deals, you know what I'm saying, when it came time for the deals to come around.
Yeah. So by that time, I was kind of out the picture, you know. To this day, it's kind of fuzzy how everything happened. But we had it was like I ain't gonna say we fell out, but me and Mike had kind of like a dispute, you know, as far as how the bread would get broke down at the time.
Were you gonna go into Ice Age, or was this gonna be in the Swisha House?
This was gonna be what was going on was we was already like going to New York, taking trips to New York, like hollering at Universal, like they flying inside, you know what I'm saying? You know, just trying to see, you know, because they was trying to sign the label, you feel me? But they was, you know, it was the first round draft pick numbers that was making them holler at us, you know what I'm saying? But then what I think happened was after we did first round draft picks, I want to say maybe about 3 months after, Mike did, he came out with a solo, all flows called Ballin' on the Ground. And that mug took off, you know what I'm saying? So looking back, I think he was looking at it like, hey, and I'm gonna be honest, he was way hotter than me at the time, you know, and I wasn't tripping because I had just started really rapping. So I didn't mind, taking the back seat and, just trying to hone my skills, you feel me? Because I felt like at the time I had a ways to go. Mike had already been, like, when we was in high school, Mike was rapping. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't never no thing like that, but, uh, you know, at the same time we had dropped the project together, and we was just, you know, trying to decide what was gonna be fair, like how to break it down, and you know,
When you say break it down, were y'all gonna come
like
as
show
a group?
money.
Oh, show. Okay,
Show
okay,
money.
yeah, okay.
My bad. I should have said it like that. Like show money and stuff like that. So once that went down, it just kind of we just kind of like we didn't fall out because we was still cool. We still talk, but we just didn't see eye to eye on how to break down the show money. And like I say, he was hotter. So at the time, I wasn't tripping. We did it 60-40 on a percentage. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he was cool with that at the time because honestly, he was at the point where he can just do the show by himself. And I feel like that's what he ended up doing, which, that was understandable. But the only thing that was that kind of made it feel funny was first round draft picks only been out 3-4 months. We still need to push this project, you know, and a lot of the promoters will call and like they would tell me, well, they just asking for Mike, that's what it is then. So, next thing I know, they going, flying and going here. I'm at the crib. You know what I'm saying? So it got to the point.
After he dropped his solo, then it became all about Mike.
Yeah, after he dropped his solo, he pushing the solo, but then it kind of left me, I guess you could say, by the wayside as far as pushing the project. We supposed to be pushing first round draft picks. That's how I was looking at it. So that's what, and we would have meetings, like it'd be Wise G Dash, T Farris, myself. We just and Jones. We would just but we just couldn't come to an agreement. So he ended up just doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He was good. And me, I felt like, well, that's understandable because at the end of the day, I just looked at it like, well, I need to get my worth up. You know what I'm saying? I need to go ahead. I need to keep grinding and do what I need to do. So after that, shoot, he was.
You left Swisha House after that once y'all had that dispute?
Well, after that, I wasn't with Swisha House no more because it just got to the point to where it's just so much went down after that. I lived right around that time. Mike and Cam get into it. So Mike and Cam, they had their little disagreement or whatever, and then my name kind of got through in the mix of it. You know what I'm saying? So that didn't help my relationship with my label. You know what I'm saying? So
as if you were taking sides with Cam?
That's what it looked like. Cause I would go over there like I'm messing with everybody. I would go over there and get on like Bootlegger Special.
But they had been putting y'all on, so y'all had that relationship.
Yeah, he gave us our first paid show. So, but it just kind of funny how all that went down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I'll be on Boss Hog tapes. I'll be on Color Change Click tapes, DSR, Dirty Third. You know what I'm saying? So, I just looked at it like, but then, Cam had put my name. He had put my name. Oh no, I gotta go snitch on Magno. I don't know if you remember that when he said that in the mixtape Messiah thing. So I think it just kind of made it look like I was over there. But like Cam will tell you to this day, like you know what I'm saying. Like Cam's be like, man, why they don't take you on the shows with them? Like why they leaving? Why you ain't out with them? And like man, that's his show. That ain't my show. He be like, man, boy, you loyal, boy. Anybody else would have been mad, and I just looked at it like I need to get on my grind. That was our whole thing, day-to-day grinding. So I didn't ever want to, be the one like I'm over here tripping off of. My pop always taught me, you don't never trip on what another man ain't doing for you. Whatever, you think he supposed to be doing, you go do it for yourself. So that's just how I always kept that in my head. You feel me? So I just got on the grind, and next thing I know, I was getting my own solo shows. It wasn't as much as what he was getting, but shoot, I was good. I was good. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed, and I had a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? So now, since it was like, hey, now I'm on my own. I'm bringing my partners from the hood with me, and they got my back. You know what I'm saying? I got all the tapes I'm dropping. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever I would do stuff with Bull or get on they tapes or whatever, shoot, I get tapes from him to grind. Shoot, I started dropping my own. Like Newprint 1.7, Magno mixes Volume 2, Magno mixes Volume 3. I just started dropping stuff. So, hey, I'm moving around. I'm hitting stoves up. I got my own connects. You know what I'm saying? Now when I'm dropping projects, hey, I'm getting all the bread. I'm doing shows, going here, going there, on my own, on my own merit. So it was good. I wasn't tripping. Like, actually, I was just with Swisha House maybe just 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And
Man.
I just had to build my career based off of that.
Yeah. And you said you had been talking with Clue and doing stuff.
Yeah, man. And that was crazy how that happened, because I would go and talk at schools or whatever. I had my next door neighbor, and she's still she's my next door neighbor at my mother's house, but growing up, she was my next door neighbor in Greenspoint. And her name Mrs. B. Shout out Mrs. Bueno. She was working at a junior high school. I want to say it was Aldine Junior. You know what I'm saying? And she knew I was doing my thing, so she was like, "Hey, you ought to come and do a show for the kids at the school. Come do a show and come talk to them, blase blase." So I did that. I went over there and did the show. Performed a couple of songs, talked to the kids. Gave them some inspiration and whatnot. And when I went in the back to the teachers' lounge, what I'm saying, just hollering at the teachers and just fellowshipping with them, a dude came up and he was like, hey, my I want to say he said his cousin, but he was like, man, my cousin is married to a guy named DJ Storm, and he's first cousins with DJ Clue. I was like, word? It's like, yeah, man, I think you ought to, I can link y'all up, you know what I'm saying? So, shouts out to DJ Storm. I end up meeting him. This is around 2004. So, I get on the phone with him. I think the dude that put me on the phone with him right then and there, so I talked to him. It's like, yeah, man, I'm a DJ out here, man. I stay in A-Leaf. I'm originally from New York, but I moved out here when I was like 16, 17. I've been out here ever since. He was like, man, we need to link up. It's like, word, that's a bet for sure. So I end up linking up with him and go to his crib. He got a whole studio and his stuff. So he was like, hey, I'll be dropping these Desert Storm South tapes. And I mostly listen to down South stuff, but when I would listen to East Coast music, I would listen to Clue tapes, because he would have everybody on there, and they be going hard on there. So I was like, shoot, that's a bet, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, I'm gonna drop this tape, this Desert Storm South tape, plus I'm gonna let Clue hear it, once he check it out, you know what I'm saying? Hey, who knows? I was like, man, that'll be something, because at the time I was, really trying to, sharpen my rhymes up. So I'm thinking, man, I would love to go to the Mecca and measure my rhymes up against them boys. So, man, it happened like that. Clue ended up hearing it, and Clue liked it. So we ended up making arrangements to go up to New York. I had already been up there before with Swisha House, but now I'm going up there, you know what I'm saying, to go holler at Clue. And go up there, meet over Clue, and shoot, it was just like, man, I was just tripping out. Never been to New York before, you know what I'm saying? It's cold in the mug out there, whatever, but it was just stove, because just all the little scenery or whatever. But then I get in the lab, And Fabulous though, he's in the lab, in the booth, knocking his rhymes out. So I'm like, he was like, yeah, I want you to write to this. I'm like, dang, I'm already finna be with old FABO. So I was like, that's tight. That's a bet. I'm going down. And I always tell people, probably the strongest green that I smoked was when that boy Fabulous gave me a gram of some granddaddy perk.
Hmm.
And at the time, all we know was swishers. They had them woods, them backwoods. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think. Maybe it might have been Dutch Masters back then, but I never smoked a leaf like that before. Man, he gave me a leaf and gave me some green. I smoked that, and I was so lit.
Hmm.
So I wrote that shit down and laid it down, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? Ended up being on this project Loso's Way called Smoking and Sipping.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a cool experience. I ended up meeting Joe Budden when I was out there. You know what I'm saying? I was out there, went across the bridge to Jersey, hanging with him a little bit. He was supposed to get on the song that I had laid down, but I don't think he had got around to it.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, it was a cool experience, man. I went up there like 2 or 3 times, and I would stay out there like weeks and weeks at a time to where I was really getting homesick. Like, man, I'm trying to get back to the age, man. But it was cool, man. It was fun while it lasted.
That's what's up, man.
And
So,
we was trying to get a deal with Jive. You know what I'm saying? At the time,
and this
cool.
was what year? Around what year was this? Got to be what?
2004 going into 05.
Oh shit.
And I ended up doing went in there and did like a little showcase or whatever. Like people be tripping out how Bobby Smurda was all in the room with all them white people and jumping across the table and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I had to do the same thing, but I wasn't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing that, but I had to perform in front of all these old white people. Like really, it was like white people of all different ages. You know what I'm saying? But it was the old school. Like the big boss was like this old school white dude. They say he was the one that signed R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was
Very wise.
I was big nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was cool though. I guess it just didn't work out though. You know what I'm saying? Because they were saying they wanted to do it, but then I think clued in like, I think they wasn't talking enough bread, and he was like, nah.
Yeah. Well, man, what's been some of your favorite moments in the game, man?
And shoot, man, it's just so many. I be needing people that been around me, that was with me. I be needing them to remind me sometime. But some of my favorite times I know straight off was like, the first time me and Mike performed and people knew our words. Just we up there doing our, you know what I'm saying, and people saying our words back, and we looking at each other like, like just our eyes.
This is in Houston.
No, this is out of time. Maybe like Dallas.
Hmm.
Yeah, like Dallas. So we just like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that was big. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like my favorite time when I first realized people knew my lyrics and was saying it back to me, crunk.
Yeah. Man, what's your top 5 Houston rappers all time?
Man, shoot, always been a big fan of Lil Keke, Big Mo, Fat Pat. You feel me? That was, cause even though we from the North, man, we grew up on SUC, man. I'm trying to think who else. I gotta give it to Face though. Face. You know what I'm saying? Can't think of who else. That's who I said so far. I said
Big Mo, Fat Pat, Lil Keke, Face. We got one more.
Can I put a group?
Yeah.
Man, I always a big fan of the Botany Boys, man.
Man, okay. That's
Botany
what's up.
Boys.
That's
Botany
what's up.
Boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah. That's a
Listen
good
to
find.
Botany Boys CD, yeah, man.
Thought
Got
of
me
Many
through a lot of
Ways, all
times.
that.
Yeah, Thought of Many Ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember just watching the video when the boys hopped out the helicopter.
Out the helicopter. That's what I said. I was telling them they came up. I said, man, you know how live y'all look.
That was
Y'all
so
jump out the
live to me,
helicopter.
bro. Yeah. So yeah, man.
Boys
you know,
walking in slow motion and shit. That shit was hard.
Yeah.
As hell.
Yeah. So I was got to give it to the Botany, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what it is.
And
man.
I just, no slight against my boys from the North, but it just, going back to when I was young.
That's what was playing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Already, man. Well, man, you got anything else before we get up out of here, man?
Man, y'all just mess with your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Check me out on the Instagram, Magno _ you heard. Check out all my projects, you feel me? They're all on Spotify, you feel me? Yeah, man. Just holler at me, man. Yeah.
That's what it is, man. Man, I appreciate you coming through, man.
Man, appreciate you, bro. Real
Already.
talk.
That's what it is, man. It's
Yes,
the Donnie
sir.
Houston Podcast. Magno. Hey, man, we out of here.
Donnie Houston.
I know y'all watching and ain't subscribing. Subscribe.